Hey everybody, Creed556 here, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today, we're going to be starting a series where I review every single map in the Hunter Call of the Wild, from the oldest, Layton Lake, to the newest, Sky Ridge, in order, chronologically. I know I haven't posted in a while, and I do plan on rectifying that. I'm going to try to post every single day at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, because that's just, peak time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. So, while we're right here, let me tell you about my loadout. I'm using things that can only be acquired things that can only be acquired in the base game. So, well, there's one thing that's not, but that's because, anyway, I'll tell you about how to describe it. So I have the binoculars here, which can be acquired at level 27 in their base game. I have the 7mm, which is just, a one-shot 7mm, good to cover class 4 to 9. Perfect. I have the 243 that you start the game with, which is debatably one of the best non-DLC weapons. No, it is the best non-DLC weapon in the game. I haven't used it even though I have all the DLCs. And then I just have the Catch Toy 12 gauge, which is, yes, hard to get in base game if you don't have any DLC, but it's worth. Now, the only thing I have that's not base game, even the scopes are base game, I love the Hyperion, is the Aramis shotgun scope, because all the shotgun scopes in base game suck really bad. But anyway, I feel like the base game weapons are pretty nice, but DLC weapons just blow them out of the water. But let's get started with some of the points I have here to cover for this review. So, I went and did my research, and I found out that the map for Layton Lake is... Let me turn the page here. The map is the fourth biggest map in the entirety of Hunter Call of the Wild, and it stretches from north to south 8.4 kilometers, and from east to west, oh yeah, my country came out, from east to west at 7.8. And the total size is going to be 65.2 kilometers squared, roughly. Not counting for how some of the play, you see how some of the play area looks a little fucked. But not counting for that, 65.2 kilometers squared, which is the fourth biggest map in the game. Which is kind of crazy considering this is the first map for the game. But you literally get this map for buying the game. Now that does come with some downsides, such as it having I believe it's either tied or it is, I couldn't find any evidence for that, the lowest population map in the game, sitting at 9 different varieties of species, including black bear, coyote, moose, whitetail, blacktail, mallard, Merriam goose, or not goose, Merriam turkey. I'm missing 2. Roosevelt elk, and one more I can't remember. Sorry. Oh, whitetail jackrabbit. There we go. That's all the 9 species in the whole map. Now, I have this map thoroughly explored. I don't think we're going to find any trophies this video, but that's fine. That's not the goal of the video. But it is nice to have. So, I have explored this map completely thoroughly. This is easily my most explored map. I have literally almost every zone discovered, especially for moose, because this is where I do my moose great one grinds. And, yeah, so it's just... it's the map you start with. It's literally the map you start with. Like, I literally can't put it below a 5, because you get this map with the purchase of the game. But, again, not saying it doesn't have its downsides. It does have its downsides, for sure. Yeah, easily the lowest population, but has some good species variety, and these species are spread out relatively... I don't know, they're spread out a little wonky, but it's fine. When it comes to outposts and lookouts, the outposts have really great spread. The outposts reach everywhere you could want to go. They allow you to easily explore every part of the map. And yeah, it looks nice. Now, the next video for Hirschfelden, I won't have such nice things to say because, yeah. But that's not here nor there. There are a total of 19 outposts and 14 lookout towers. 19 is decently high. especially when you consider something like Sunder Patan, which has like, I think like 15 or 16. It's good for being literally the first map ever. Now, again, this isn't just a glaze fest, but you can't really be too harsh because it is the first map that came out nearly 10 years ago. Because the game came out in, ooh, coyote. Now, though, if we do find a trophy, that'll be what the species is. Coyote. Or maybe rabbit. Pretty sure it's a pretty meaty rabbit. Huh. Anyway. Back to what I was saying. Now, the map, when it comes to animals, it not only does it have a smaller animal variety, out of that variety, it has 3 great one species, which, if you're new to the game, a great one is a rare animal you get from a culmination of kills that can range from 1 to infinite. It's completely random, but it's a incredibly rare and incredibly, like a trophy you have to earn and work for. Usually with grinding, but if you're a casual player and you can't grind, you can still get it from RNG, you just might not get the luckiest. I currently have 10, and hopefully I get my 11th soon. And I have 2,000 hours in the game. But about so speaking of the hours in the game, of those 2,000, about 600 of them are on this map. Because this is the map where I couldn't afford the DLCs. So I just played the shit out of this map. I played this map to death. Which is why I have all the, I have like nearly 1,000 zones discovered on this map. Now, speaking of this map, the missions, I don't play missions personally, but I do have the information for the missions to tell you guys in case y'all want to play the missions. So there are 28 missions in total for the main missions, and there's 70 side missions which are completely optional. Unlike, the newer maps, these missions don't follow any kind of story. There's no story. You're just told to go do some shit, and you do that shit, and that's it. That's the whole mission. Which, it does kind of suck for the people who do enjoy the missions, because there's no coherent story. You're literally just, oh, you park ranger, you shoot animal, you take picture of animal, you kill coyote with bow, which is one of the missions. Fuck that mission. That's what made me stop doing missions. But yeah, that's for you guys who do missions. But there are 3 diamonds you can get for doing the missions. I call these earnable trophies. There are 3 earnable trophies. Or, mission earnable trophies. There is Mr. Black, who is I'll say he's a guaranteed diamond black bear. Because from what I've seen, about 99 times out of 100, he's going to be diamond. But if you get really unlucky, he can troll. He can, but it's very unlikely. There is a super coyote, which I thought that was cool, which is a guaranteed dime no matter what. And there's a guaranteed dime Roosevelt elk, which I do have. I got up to that mission. Which, that's cool for people who might not have enough time to either grind or might not be lucky enough to get good initials. Which, that can happen. You might not be lucky enough to get, like, really good initial spawns or really crazy ones. You might get, like, an all-bird. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah. There are plenty of species. Not really. There's kind of a bad amount of species, but you might not get lucky with spawns. So there is 3 guaranteed diamonds if you guys want to pursue that. So, next point I'd like to cover is the map. This map is horrifically outdated. Hold on. Okay, so the next thing I want to cover is the map itself. The map itself is, like I said, it's the oldest map in the game, the very first map to release with the Hunter Call of the Wild in 2018. Meaning it's kind of shit. The trees look really bad. And then you have... Let's find some. Hold up, let's walk around a bit. You see that one right there. You have fake bird plethorious. There are a shitload of fake birds on the map. Absurd amount of fake birds. Which, I mean, that's not cool. I don't like that. I really wish they'd get rid of it. And the map itself, the topography map for the game, is really bad. Like, there are, I believe, like 10 lakes in total. Whether they're small or not. Which the map doesn't even cover. And the map is not aligned either. Like, the topography map is not aligned to the actual map. Which kind of sucks. Really bad. Because you'd think, you know, it'd be better aligned, but no. The age definitely has a stranglehold on it. And, you know, that's just unfortunate. But I do think the map overall isn't bad. So I do think I will give the map a solid 7.6 out of 10, which is an approved rating from me. And if I think, do I think it's worth the money? It doesn't matter. If you're going to buy the game, you get the map. So yes, it is worth the money. Absolutely worth the money, because you're not really spending anything besides buying the game. Which, if you're buying the game already, then what's the point of saying anything about, you know, the map price? But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and even though nothing was killed, I do hope you take some information from this, and I hope you guys enjoy the start of the series. This is the Creed 556 signing out. Deuces.